Fictional characters like Jason Bourne, who is ISTP, express rage with the most intense physical awareness and aggression. Bourne can memorize 6 number plates at once and scan a hotel to tell where all the guns were. That is the summary of an ISTP Rage. Today's video will highlight the top 5 signs of the ISTP Rage. Let us get started. 5. Excessive stress. What is an ISTP? We need to understand the cognitive functions that drive the MBTI personality type. As someone with a dominant introverted thinking function, the ISTP does not rest until the world is arranged and aligned the way it should be in his head.
That is quite true.
The ISTP focuses on precision and accuracy. This function makes them highly analytical and focused on projects that they enjoy. However, sometimes they seem to procrastinate when their analysis has not come together. They will not leave a project until they have gone to the bottom to organize it in a way that makes sense. Sometimes, an ISTP will pause mid-sentence because the ideal world for a situation is not coming to them, and they will not want a substitute word.
Yes, I think I am.
Sadly, some things are beyond their control due to macro factors, and these can get them stressed. The ISTP search for accuracy can cause a mental war that brings excessive stress to them. When they are worried about a situation, it can get pretty ugly. The stress is internal, so when it manifests outside, it can cause irreparable damage. This is one of the dominant functions of the ISTP. Some inferior functions like emotional avoidance come to haunt them. Soon, we will talk about the inferior functions that lead to anxiety. 4. Agitation. As children, ISTP personality traits may include deconstructing things and reconstructing them without assistance. The ISTP has an intensely independent mind that likes to explore things for itself. They value finding out the truth about something instead of following the procedure set by others. They are interested in fixing things, finding solutions, and making things easier for others. In fact, the ISTP does not care how long it takes to learn a new skill. They will perfect it, and once satisfied with the results, never go back to use it. However, in the real world, nobody is allowed to spend all of their lives discovering new things as adults. People must commit to things and stay to ensure that they are building something long-term. Should you try to get an ISTP to keep one thing forever, they start agitating and complaining about everything, trying to take their independence away. If you're in a situation where an ISTP feels stuck and unhappy, do not try to talk them into thinking that they are in a stable place. That will get them angrier. 3. Anxiety. ISTP personality type struggles with its inferior extroverted feeling function. This inferior cognitive function makes it difficult for them to express emotion or pick up social clues that do not involve facts and rational data. Those with extroverted feelings as a dominant function are warm, receptive, and friendly. It is not that the ISTP cannot be these things. The personality type needs time to mature for each person they interact with. An ISTP will experience an emotional breakdown if they need to be in a group and spend time talking. Sometimes, a tiny change in friendship dynamics or work groups can make them miserable and unsure how to correspond.
And here we are. Wow.
That might not be all. Like Sheldon Cooper, an elevator that did not work throughout the show finally starting to work in the last season could upset ISTPs. When the ISTP is experiencing anxiety, you should not mess with them. They will use punches to your face to cool off real quick. Most times, ISTPs do not react physically and will just ghost. We will shortly get into the rage sign. 2. Physical aggression. I tend to notice little things like that, whether a girl is a blonde or a brunette. Sean Connery as James Bond in Diamonds Are Forever. You might consider yourself lucky if you could get away with the win should you get into a fight with an ISTP. The ISTP's strengths and weaknesses come down to their extroverted sensing function. This cognitive function helps them perceive the world around them with an awareness that the ordinary person cannot bear. The little things that tend to overwhelm other personality types fit perfectly in the pieces of information that an ISTP will gather in a few seconds. Therefore, before showing any level of aggression, they have identified a way to control the situation and wipe out everything. I bet you have seen enough Bruce Lee movies to understand what I mean by a total wipeout of any physical contenders. We are not aggressive here, so we will ask you politely to subscribe to this channel. It takes a minute and does not need much perceived awareness. 1. Withdrawal. ISTPs are fun and very lovable. They are a shoulder to lean on and the best people to chase adventures and recreational activities with. However, they cannot do these things repeatedly. If you spend time with the ISTP hiking and ask them if you should make a weekly activity, they might start getting anxiety attacks. ISTPs like to live in a moment. And once you take away that independence by putting tags on things or setting timelines, they will revenge by disappearing from your life. An ISTP's alone time is valuable and should be respected along with their desire to live in the moment. Away from the rage and anger, we have another video that talks about cute things ISTP guys do that attract girls. Here are the 7 cute things ISTP guys do that girls find attractive.